I'm Stephen Goldberg, and in a lot of my videos, I talk about using a job description to manage employee performance, engage them, coach them. And I thought today I would use the role description to, with my assistant, Sonia. Say hello, Sonia.
Hello.
And we would walk you through a live session where I'm talking to her about her role and also about how she can help me in some of the projects I have in mind for the company, and see how we could integrate that into the job description. So it's about using a role description, but also a coaching meeting to look at how an employee can better engage and help their boss to address goals and problems with the company. So what I've done, Sonia, and maybe you want to move in a bit. I know it's tight. Tight office. I made a list. Actually, I did this on the plane when I was coming back from Atlanta of business projects or problems. A project is kind of like a problem because if I haven't started the project, I see it as a problem because it's something that's in my mind, but I'm not moving forward on, and that's where I could use help, perhaps either physical help or at least some ideas of how we can move forward. So here's some of the things that I'd like to address. One is the SEO of the website. The other thing is acquiring new clients, security and maintenance of website, creating an online course, which is a biggie, analytics of website, because I'm not paying enough attention to that, and financial status of the company. I don't really pay enough attention to that. And so I was wondering which of those, I'll put it right here, you could look at it, you feel that you could best contribute to at this time. I just want to add that Sonia also does the books, but she only works part-time right now, and in the office, but she does work from home as well.
So I think that for sure the financial status, that's something that I can assist with. It's part of my my duties that I do on a weekly basis, so I can give you a good idea of what the financial status is and provide you with whatever information you need to assess that. In terms of the website, I think that perhaps with proper training, the SEO of the website, I would need the proper training for that. And the analytics of the website which would be something that goes together, I guess.
So maybe what we could do is take a look at the role description and see how we could integrate that. So here's a good opportunity, and I've talked about this in some of my videos, is when you conduct a session like this, it's kind of like a review of the role, kind of like evaluating what needs to be updated, but at the same time, it's an opportunity to delegate, and which is what I'm doing. And delegation, as Sonia said, she needs some training on SEO. So that's what coaching is about. It's looking at not just managing the performance of the person, because that's performance management or employee performance management, but it's about coaching is more about the development of the person, and that comes along with what I need to delegate as the boss so that I could be more effective. I can work on more new projects, more strategies of the company. But obviously she needs the training to do that. If we look at the role description, maybe just go through it, and I just printed it, so I didn't really go over it. But maybe look, what do you think is outdated on there or needs to be added?
Well, what would need to be added are the extra projects that you've incorporated here in this list, because this is very highly related to the finances of the company and organizing the books, and it's more of a bookkeeper role. And these projects are more in terms of the marketing and the prospecting and branding of the company. So there's a big element missing in this description. So it's difficult to even look at someone's performance if a lot of the key tasks that we have in these projects that you have outlined here, they're just not there.
Okay.
So, and along with that will come the support that I will need. So if it's not in there, then it's going to be difficult to see where I would need the support and why maybe I'm not meeting your objectives.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I guess, is based on our discussion, I'll just add what I think would be some of the tasks you need. And what I'm going to do is look into the training for the SEO for the website.
Another thing that I would like to point out is that based on the fact that I'm working part-time,
right,
is how much I can, what are some of the target dates, or, what are your expectations in terms of meeting these, these project requirements.
Yeah.
A lot of this is ongoing, but we have to take into consideration how much time is needed for bookkeeping and how much time is needed. So my part-time might not be so part-time.
So that we could tie into what I call a win-win agreement. So this is a good point that Sonia's bringing up about expectations of performance. So the role description covers what the person should be doing. Sometimes you can incorporate how well it should be done, because on the second page I have minimum performance standards, and you can download this. I'll put a link in the description of this video. So what she's saying is, well, how are we going to measure performance, basically? How am I going to know if I'm meeting your expectations? And that will tie into with another agreement called a win-win agreement, which will evolve with time based on what the priorities are. Now, I have another video where I talk about that. I did several weeks ago because I was coaching a client on creating a win-win agreement, and I'll put a link to that video as well, or you can click on the I button above and find that video. And I'll go more into depth on the win-win agreements in the future. So subscribe if you're not already, so that you can get news of all these new videos that'll be coming. Okay, great. So I'll update this based on our discussion. And then once we have a plan in place, then we could, set a project timeline to and expectations so that we could review it every, I guess, once a month at least.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. And again, if you're not already subscribed, please do so you get news of new videos as they come out. Check out our website, the blog section, for articles that accompany most of the videos. Subscribe if you're not already. I think I mentioned that. I don't want to say it too often. What I wanted to say was leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you what you think of this. What other topics would you like me to make videos on, write articles on, and I'd be happy to do so. Thanks for listening.